one of probably the biggest story of the last year, what is happening with Israel's war on Gaza. From your perspective, when you look at how it's been covered in the West and here in the US, what is it you think that they're missing?
I think that what we're seeing is an erasure of the 76 years of history that preceded the events of October 7th, that preceded the intense genocidal war that Israel has waged against the Palestinians of Gaza. And we have a president in the United States who is perhaps the single most committed defender of Israel in modern political American history. This is a man who spent a half a century either in the US Senate or in the White House, either as vice president or as president, who openly and repeatedly defines himself as a Zionist, who has a multi-decade history of supporting Israel when it's been at its most gratuitously violent. Perhaps the one thing that Joe Biden has firmly has his hand on the steering wheel of is this war. Yes, there probably are tensions between Biden and Netanyahu, but the fact is that none of this would be happening if Joe Biden wasn't supporting it. He could have ended this with one phone call. So there's a dishonesty that permeates the entire American media discourse around the war in Gaza. It's almost like an upside down narrative. The Israelis are portrayed as the victims, when in fact they've killed conservatively more than 40,000 Palestinians, a significant percentage of them women, children, or the elderly. And Joe Biden is not just frustrated with his own old friend Bibi. He's facilitating the entire thing. That is a glaring omission in the media coverage of this war, where Joe Biden has always been there to defend or facilitate Israel's most violent actions. And now, as commander-in-chief, his last months in office are going to be spent providing the kerosene to the Israeli state to set the entire Middle East on fire.